What is going on, beautiful people? It is Bet Slam with Sam, and welcome to another betting card video. This time, of course, we have Sandhagen take on Umar Nurmagomedov in UFC Abu Dhabi. Bit of a weird fight time for me. Kicks off at 4 a.m. New Zealand time. I don't know what time it kicks off for you guys, but let me know in the comments because I'm curious as if anyone has a tougher time watching this card than me. I got to get up extra early for this one. The prop picks. I'm taking Corey Sandhagen. I am taking his money line. I think he's capable of doing it all. And so at plus 260, he's just being disrespected. You got to take it from an odds perspective. I know Umar's undefeated, but everybody's undefeated until they aren't. And I think that Umar is up against this wall, and this will be the true test to see if he truly is going to be a number one contender. We already know Corey Sandhagen's at that level. Is Umar is what we're going to find out. Shara Magomedov by KO, the Pirate, the Bullet Man, the One-Eyed Bandit. Give me Shara to win this fight by KO. I think this is a showcase spot from here. Somebody that's not looking to grapple, not larger than him. I think he's going to be able to let his kicks fly, show off his counter striking, really show up and show out. I think he gets it done under 2.5 rounds with a brutal KO, to be honest. I think he's going to work the body, then come upstairs with those kicks. Then we've got Chito Vera, the unbreakable Chito Vera. He showcased that he probably has the greatest chin we've ever seen on a bantamweight on earth. It was kind of fucking crazy what Chito Vera took in that fight versus Sean O'Malley. And before you say that Sean doesn't have power or Sean doesn't have this, Sean is 5'11". He's the same height as me. He has speed. He has shot placement. That is what you need to knock somebody out. You don't need this crazy KO power. You need shot placement, timing. And he's got, those gum arms, those big, long shooters. And he was gliding across the chin of Chito Vera too. So crazy that he took that beating. He's unbreakable. I think unless he gets absolutely wrestle-fucked in a boring decision, I don't see Figgy winning this one. But we are going to talk about Figgy's win conditions later on down the line as well. Marlon Chito Vera to win at plus 300 here just seems to make sense. Ferguson versus Chiesa. Fight to go the distance, guys. At plus money. Both these guys are old. Their finishing capability days are behind them. And I think that both of them, if they don't get each other out of there in the first round, are going to settle into a pitter-patter pace, and it won't matter who wins because we're just going to go to the scorecards, and we're going to take plus money on that. I'm happy with that decision. I don't think Tony Ferguson's going to give up on himself, so unless he gets choked unconscious, it's not, even if he gets his limbs snapped, unless the ref steps in, he'll probably keep fighting with both arms and both legs broken. So give me this fight to go to the distance at plus 100. I think Chiesa is going to blanket him to a decision. Then we got Lupi Godinez by decision. That Mexican got skills, Lupi has terrible fight IQ. I just spoke with the boys down at We Want Picks. Angelo said, if this was just skills for skills and we could trust her, she'd be like a minus 500 favorite. I agreed. Lupi Godinez has showed some fight IQ concerns. Other than that, though, she's the better fighter. Other than pure submission grappling threat, she is the better fighter across the board here. So give me Lupi Godinez plus 120 to win this fight by decision. Then we got active man Rolando Bedoya. Landing about 7 significant strikes per minute. This guy is all action, and he had Chaos Williams with his mouth open and bleeding at that third round in his last outing. So give me Rolando Bedoya, not his last outing, second to last outing, I should say. Give me Rolando Bedoya to beat old man Jai Herbert here. I think he gets it done with the activity, goes to the scorecards, and wins a 29-28 decision. Then this one here, Cedricus Dumas. Guys, everyone's talking about how average this guy is of a fighter, but then they're not really highlighting how poor Dennis Talulin has looked in some of his performances. Even in his victory, Dennis Talulin had some question marks there. If it wasn't for his low blows and the stopping in the time and the rhythm in that fight, he probably wouldn't have even had that victory, and he'd be looking at an 11-10 record or a 10-9 record, almost a losing record. So give me Cedric Dumas. He's shown that he can win at this level. This is not a step up in competition for him. This is about the level of guys he's been facing and proving he can beat. So I think he gets it done with the hand speed here and knocks out old boy Dennis Talulin. For the safety parlay, I am taking both of the women's fight to go to decision, and I'm taking Victoria Dudikova, the favorite, and Lupi Godinez. Like I say, I just think these girls are more skilled than their opponents. It's that simple. I think that when you're not showed against crazy KO power, it's not like Lupi Godinez is fighting some non-stop wrestler. She's fighting Mackenzie Dern, whose greatest attributes are submissions and toughness, not takedowns. So if Lupi Godinez is smart and wants to keep this on the feet, I think she will truly be able to. I think she can escape most of the off her back submissions that Mackenzie Dern has. If Mackenzie Dern gets on top of Lupe Godinez, it's a different story. It could be a wrap there. If she can get on her back, then we're in danger. But I don't think Lupe Godinez lets it get there. I think that she stays smart, stays safe. She knows she's got to win in this spot here and wins it by decision. As for Victoria Dudikova, I'm supremely confident she gets it done over Sam Hughes. I think Sam Hughes is subpar. So 320, safety parlay. There's good numbers. Slap that on there, guys. Get on that safety parlay. I know that it's missed in the past, but we're hitting. For the risky parlay, I'm taking the Eves and the Ovs in here and throwing in a Dumas. We got Shamil Gaziv, Guram Kutaladze, Cedric Dumas, Azamat Murzakanov, and Shara Magomedov. Slap those money lines together. Listen, I know it's a lot of names, but these guys should all win. Shamil Gaziv is fighting Lord Kong, aka Dontel Mays. If you haven't seen my full card breakdown, I do go more into depth about that fight in that one, and I also have an individual video on that. As for Guram Kutaladze, I think it's just a case of his back is up against the wall here. He's a phenomenal fighter. If you go back and watch his Els Brenner fight, he threw the kitchen sink at him, and there's not many fighters on planet Earth that could have taken the punishment that Guram delivered. And I think that he just emptied his gas tank. I think he corrects himself here, shows who he is, shows that he has just been facing stiff competition here, and turns away UFC newcomer Jordan Vucenic. It's not that Vucenic is a slob, because I think that he's going to have a great run in the UFC as well, but I think Guram in this spot is a dangerous man. You know, I think that he knows what he's got to do. He'll probably work harder than ever in his life for this fight camp, and, you know, he's been preparing for this. Well, like his life depends on it, because in some regard, it does. And Cedric Dumas, better than Dennis Talulin, absolutely everywhere. Azamat Murzakanov, I mean, undefeated guy, taking on... I'm drawing a blank here. Azamat Murzakanov is taking on, I can see, Alonzo Menafield. And Alonzo Menafield knocked out in 12 seconds by Carlos Olberg. And I know you can't judge somebody based off one performance, but what a fucking terrible idea to just bum rush one of the best counter strikers in the division. And knowingly now as well that Carlos Olberg did have an injury in there. So if Alonzo Menafield allowed that fight to extend, perhaps it would have reared its ugly head and he would have been able to expose some of the grappling in there. So terrible fight IQ. I think he overcorrects this time around and tries to play counter-striker, which isn't going to work against Murzakanov, who is the cleaner striker. Also, Shara Magomedov is going to smoke Mikhail Olejniczak, man. I think unless Mikhail Olejniczak bum rushes him, comes out in the first round, and lands something clean, that's his only opportunity. And I know that's paying about 11-1, so I might even hedge that. But yeah, I mean, guys, I'm all over Shara in this spot. He was almost my slam of the week, but the value on Corey is just out of this world. For the Demon Parlay, guys, don't put anything more than $1 on this. It's paying $5,610 or something. We got Cedric Dumas by KO, Davison Figueiredo by KO, which is paying 16-1, Jordan Vucenic by sub, and Tony Time, El Kukui. This is just for my other friend. Also, Tony, this one is just for you. So I hope you stay to the end of the video because we're throwing Tony Ferg in a sub parlay, throwing $1 on it, getting $5,610 back, guys. That is going to be the UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov official betting card. I hope we all make some fucking money this weekend. It's a great bounce back card, as well as the bet card. Make sure to check out my full prediction card video because I will not only be placing these bets. I got some 2-leg parlays, some 3-leg parlays, and I will link the Discord server in the description here so you guys can join the Discord. Hit me up for any of the bets that I place on the day. Let's make some fucking money, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you at the cash counter.